Joining us right now is Master Ventures co-founder and managing partner Rudy Klein-Thomas and Athletes First founder and CEO Brian Murphy. Good morning to both of you. Rudy and Brian, congratulations on the deal. It's a big one. A lot of people, both in the NFL and sports business world, talking about it and what it portends for the future of the NFL, but also just broadly, we're talking about sports valuations, licensing, and how much money players are going to be making. Rudy, how did this deal come about?
Well, I met Brian almost 2 years ago, and I admired Athletes First from afar. I loved what Brian had built. I think it was the best brand in the sports management industry. And when we got together, we realized that we had a shared vision as to what Agency 2.0 looks like, the next generation of athletes, what that might look like. And we had a shared vision, and here we are.
Brian, what does Agency 2.0 look like?
Well, I think Agency 2.0 is really exciting for us. I think over the last 20 years, we've done a great job of, negotiating contracts and doing marketing deals and helping out with charity work and providing training and everything that you think of in terms of traditional representation services. But I think 2.0, we want to take it to the next level. We want to really help these young individuals, self-actualize as people and get them involved in business, as Rudy has said many times, get them involved as owners, take advantage of the platform they have to do some change for social good and really just take it to the next level. And that's what we're excited about this partnership for.
Rudy, what is your sense of how much players are going to be making? 5 years from now, 10 years from now, the valuations of these teams keep going up, the salaries keep going up, the sponsorship deals keep going up, but there's also a big question about whether the media ecosystem that has supported all of this is going to be able to hold up.
That's a great question. I don't think it's just sufficient just to the media industry, Andrew. I think that there's other lines and revenue streams that are going to come to play. We obviously have gambling. Web 3.0 was sufficient, but we actually think that it might come into play as well, too, moving forward. But again, we see multiple revenue streams coming in. And then also, I think the commission has done a tremendous job in making it a global sport, too. So in essence of media, we think that the media rights will obviously extend globally and not just domestically moving forward. And I think the players have a lot of leverage and a lot of tailwinds and getting a lot of those the revenue from those deals moving forward.
Hey, Brian, when you think of about a pie chart about how much money one of your clients can make over time, how much of it is actually in salary from the NFL itself, and how much do you think comes from these other sort of buckets, and what do those buckets look like?
Sure.
And how is that different, by the way, from a star versus maybe, I hate to say a utility player, but maybe someone who's not a star?
Yeah, well, utility players making pretty good money now, too. So it's, I think the traditional pie chart, you look at it, probably 80% of the players' revenues are coming from playing contract, and maybe, between 5 and 20% comes from marketing and endorsement deals, depending upon whether they're a utility player or a star. But I think, look at someone like Rudy, and Rudy's never played in the NFL, and he's done pretty well, making some money. And I think that's really want to focus on. I think if you take their salaries, you take their marketing money, and you teach them how to be better business people and how to be owners and how to invest and how to get involved with some of the things that Mastery and General Catalyst are involved in, I think that pie chart changes substantially.